Welcome back. There's green on the screen. Now let's talk about stocks and the list that you need to watch out for. So as always, our team is standing by to take you through the CNBC list of top stocks to watch this morning. Guys, thanks for joining in. Good morning to all of you. Nigel, I'll start with you. The story always is very interesting when you're talking Hindustan Zinc or Vedanta, right? So dividend coming through.
Well, that's right. You know, Surbhi, I recall when that Vedanta Resources, there was that fear that they'll default on the bonds. I told you that there were three options, and one of the three I mentioned was that they'll just simply go out there and give a huge dividend from Hindustan Zinc, which flows to Vedanta and then flows to Vedanta Resources, and the case is solved in the near term itself. That seems to have played out as well, because Hindustan Zinc has declared the fourth dividend, close to around 26 rupees. For this year, that's only for FY23, the dividend amounts to close to around 75 rupees and 50 paise. So massive payout. Focusing on this 26 rupees itself, the total payout will be close to around 11,000 crores odd. That would mean that all the cash in the book on Hindustan Zinc's books as of the past quarter, which was around 11,000 crores, that's the net cash in the books. All of that has been paid out. So future dividends now will be interesting to see whether they can generate enough cash to pay out, because till now they were paying out all the cash from, you know, what they already had. Now, in fact, all the cash is turned out, and maybe they'll have to turn net debt as well. So let's see how that plays out. Out of this 11,000 crores, Vedanta Limited, that's a listed entity, it gets bulk of it, 7,000 crores odd. The street will be waiting by for them to pass it through. So just going by that equation, Vedanta Limited, if they have to pass on all the dividend that they receive through, it'll amount to around 19 rupees. Vedanta Resources will get a good amount of money, so then they can, fulfill their debt obligation. And Government of India gets close to around 3,300 crores. So expecting a green tick on both these two stocks, Hindustan Zinc, because they're giving the dividend, and Vedanta Limited, because they're receiving most of that dividend.
All right, Nigel, thanks very much. That's comprehensive. This is one of the stocks to watch today. Now, Tata Motors is in focus. Rima is here to tell us why. Rima, hi, morning.
Hi, good morning. So Tata Motors has announced that they will be increasing the prices for their commercial vehicles fleet for up to 5% or approximately 5% starting 1st April 2023. And this is in order to pass on costs associated with BS6 emission norms. So watch out for Tata Motors in trade today. Back to you.
All right, got that. Thank you, Rima. On to Abhishek. Abhishek, why are you watching out for Bandhan Bank?
Because stress has reduced in the balance sheet as the board has approved a sell-off of about 2,600 odd crores of return of portfolio, which is more than 28% of the return of portfolio that they have done in the last few quarters, and about 2,316 crores, which forms a little more than 33% of the gross NPAs to ARC. So bank has received binding bid of 369 crore for the return of portfolio and about 371 crore for the NPA in terms of the security receipts. Recovery rate is good. It is at 14% for the return of portfolio, 16% for the sale to ARC in terms of NPAs. Recovery rate otherwise in MFI portfolio is largely in single digit, anywhere between 4% to 9%. So this is a good rate that they have got on their stress assets that they intend to sell. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Abhishek. Well, there were a couple of large trades that took place yesterday, both on Devyani and Greenlam. Vivek joins us to run us through details on that front. Morning, Vivek.
Well, good morning. So keep an eye out on both of these names. Devyani International yesterday saw a large block deal happen. So one of the entities, Temasek, that held almost 5.88% stake in the company, sold half of its stake yesterday. So 2.9% equity is what they've sold. Now the buyer, one of the large buyers was Franklin Templeton. The worrying factor is the fact that they continue to hold around 2.9% stake. And, the street will now watch out for what exactly they intend to do with that particular remainder stake. Greenlam, very interesting block deal happened. An entity called Smithy Holding and Trading Company sold 2.6% out of the total 4.9% stake that it held in the company. Now, this particular entity actually is the family office of Asian Paints co-promoter, Jalaj Dani. Again, they continue to have some stake, and one of the large buyers was Asiana Fund, picking up almost 33.4 lakh shares in this particular company.
Okay, got that, Vivek. Thanks very much for the updates there on those two blocks. Sonal is joining in. She has some more stocks and news with her. Sonal, which ones?
Well, 4 stocks on my radar. Let me start with IOC, because the company has received approval to carry on pre-project activities. This is for a feasibility report for their petrochemical plant in Odisha, that is at Paradeep. And the total project cost is at 61,077 crore rupees. And it is a big capex that the company has planned. So it is an important step here. Zydus Life has received final approval for tofacitinib tablets. That is the final approval for 5 grams. drugs, 5 milligrams, and they have received tentative approval for the same drug for 10 milligram variant. So that stock is in focus as well. HG Infra is the L1 bid winner by North Central Railway for a project which is worth 655 crore rupees. This will be constructed over a period of 36 months. And lastly, also watching out for Tata Power, because an arm or a subsidiary of the company has received an order 200 megawatt solar PV project in Solapur, Maharashtra. So that's stock on our radar today as well.
Okay, got that, Sonal. Thanks very much for the updates there. So those are the stocks in news today. Let's quickly recap our list. The ones that have positive news flow around them are Hindustan Zinc, Vedanta, Tata Motors, Bandhan Bank, Indian Oil, Zydus Life Sciences, Tata Power and HG Infra Engineering. The stocks which have negative news around them are Devyani International and Green Lamb Industries because of those two block trades.
All right, we'll take a quick break.